Welcome back, Justin. I love your shirt. Where'd you get that?
A good friend of mine gave it to me, actually. Good friends of mine.
Yeah. No, that's great.
I got it because I am great at fantasy football.
That's what it says. So yeah. Good job.
It's right there.
Way to go. All right. Well, we have so far covered our top 6. Well, we did Skullfuckers, Negus' Nasty Boys, Seaman Demon, Accidental Shooting, That's No Moon, and Chum Bucket. We're moving on to number 4. Number 4 on our consensus list is Mama the Hut, who was almost the 2018 champion. She went all the way. So let's not count her out. Let's not forget about her, because every year Ann doesn't suck. Ann does well, and then she gets kind of fucked over on injury and shit. Drew Brees went out last year. She's always had a couple lists, but the year it really hit, she went all the way. So I never try to downplay her. And then she goes and drafts this team. And I'm like, fuck, dude, our consensus number 4, we feel the same. Like, she's a threat. She's definitely threatening this year. So let's read it off. We got Tom Brady, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill. I think it's year 2 for her having Tyreek Hill. Austin Eckler, Chris Carson, Mark Andrews, Raheem Mostert. She got Matt Gay as her kicker and Pittsburgh as D. On the bench, Kenny Galladay, James Conner, Brandon Cooks, Mike Gesicki, and Kirk Cousins. What do we love and hate about this team?
I love how many playmakers she has, right? I mean, she didn't make any mistakes in her draft as far as I'm concerned. Austin Eckler was my number 1 priority going into the draft. I was going to take him with my first pick. That was my whole plan. Took him, whole plan went to shit. But very good pick. And then she follows it up with Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, just guys that are going to blow up. It's her position players, her playmakers.
Oh yeah,
are low or are high floor people. They're going to produce. The Mostert pick to fill the flex position is going to be more impactful, I think, than we realize. She's got speed on her bench. She's got Kenny Galladay, which we don't know what that's going to look like, right? True. The Giants, again, that wild card team, he could end up being a really good piece. Gesicki as her backup tight end, also great on the bench. She has a good bench. She has a lot of fillers. She's got interchangeable parts. The only thing that I think we ranked a little too high was the Tom Brady selection. I know it's Tom Brady. I know that best quarterback of all time and everything, but I don't feel like he's as dynamic of a fantasy player as we allow ourselves to think. But at the same time, she has Kirk Cousins sitting on her bench, which is a viable backup. So if Tom Brady starts going goofy like he did in the beginning of last season, she has a person to plug in, no problem.
Yep.
So she has a well-rounded team. The only reason that I ranked her as the 4 and not the 3 is just that Tom Brady pick. I don't think it deserves as much clout as it seems it should.
So, I'm down on Brady every year, and Ann is the number 1 person down on Tom Brady every year. Fuck Tom Brady. She sold her soul this year. Last year, there were 6 quarterbacks who threw for over 40 touchdowns last year. Brady did 40 exactly. He's not a runner. He's not getting rushing touchdowns. Let me just make sure. Oh, no, he got 3. but that's like a career high for this fool. 4,600 yards. It was a fucking banner year for fucking Brady, who's ancient, and fuck him. I hate him. But the dude, I do think the value that she got, that's why she has Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, fucking, Austin Eckler. She got Mark Andrews, who to me is my number 4 tight end. Like, I think he could be great. There's Marquise Hollywood Brown is nothing on that team. Like, he is kind of the Travis Kelce of the Ravens. It's just what a good quarterback. Let's consider what she got ahead of him. This dude went in she was the 8th round pick, and she got Brady in the 5th round. And by then she already had 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and everything else filled in afterwards. Just well played. Good draft. There are weak winners on this team, and I agree with you on Mostert. Don't count him out. That's a running fucking team. And they're going to do the same thing this year, especially because they're playing fucking quarterback, switcheroo. Mostert is the constant in this team, him and Kittle. So, yeah, and Galladay, dude, you're right there too. Galladay could just blow. This could be his team. Could be where we see Galladay actually get a good quarterback and or good offense, I should say, in terms of we're moving, and maybe it all clicks. He was the missing piece. Who knows?
Yeah, I hate playing Anna every year. I'm sure everyone else does too. She beats teams that sometimes we think she shouldn't, but she never loses the teams that we think she should.
Yeah.
That we think she doesn't lose to the teams we think she should beat, right? She takes care of business when she needs to take care of business against the teams that are projected for her to beat. She beats those teams. She doesn't have the bad losses on her record every year.
Yeah.
So, and that's due to her drafting a well-rounded team. The safe picks where they need to be safe, and the aggressive picks where they need to be aggressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, she gets an injury, I feel like she's covered very well. Brandon Cooks on Houston. Who's the quarterback in Houston if Watson doesn't play? I don't even know.
Couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
No. I do know. He was the quarterback for the Chargers last year before your boy took over.
Oh,
and he was the quarterback in Buffalo before Josh Allen took over.
Taylor. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor, who ain't bad. That's a good quarterback to fill in. If you ask me, they should have tried to get him in New Orleans and say fuck Jameis Winston for sure. Okay,
but I think Tyrod doesn't play into Cooks' strength as much as he would need it to, though. Tyrod can't throw that deep ball like other quarterbacks can, and Brandon Cooks' strength is his speed. But Tyrod's good at the little slants, he's good at that Tom Brady crap, and so he can dump it off and let Brandon Cooks do his work like he does, and he who knows, he could end up being a really good pick as well.
Yeah, let's say that Tom Brady's washed. Let's say that was his swan song last year. I still love Kirk Cousins. You've got so many weapons on that team. If he gets hurt, if he gets old man fucking busts his hip, you got Kirk Cousins ready to fire. The only pick I like better than that late rounds would have been Matt Ryan. So well done. And Gesicki is probably going to piss her off a lot because he's going to blow up in games. I think he's a great tight end on the fucking one of the worst teams in football, but he shines. And so you got any concerns with Mark Andrews, you're golden there. This is not collusion, just my commentary. Don't ever trade Gesicki. I would put Andrews in. Don't trade Gesicki away. You've got such a good insurance policy, and maybe we're even going to see you put Gesicki in over Andrews, depending on how this year goes. So good luck on that Carson pick, though. That's the only hole I'll poke in it. I feel like Mostert's probably more consistent than Carson. They just paid Carson, but man, he gets those injuries. sits out for a couple weeks, and then that offense doesn't know what to do with themselves. So, all right. Anything else on that team?
I think that's pretty much it. But I can definitely see her in play for a running back, in the near future too. The depth at running back is concerning to me. If Eckler or Carson is to go down, James Conner is not going to fill those shoes.
No. No, and Mostert, Jeff Wilson's gone. I don't know. I don't even know. McKinnon's gone. I like that Mostert pick because it's not the same situation. Jeff Wilson used to be there. Carlos Hyde, everybody's gone. So it's like the Mostert show, and he is a fast motherfucker. If he gets in open space, dude's gone. So
yeah,
we'll have to see. That's one of those, let's see how the Niners actually play it out, and let's see how this quarterback change works out, and does it matter, right? Or is Mostert actually going to be that 3-down back that we think he can be?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, so the next one is Buttsnack the Defender. That's me. So I'm gonna let you kind of you go through the team, since I don't want to I'm with you, dude.
Read off your team.
I'll read
off your team.
Right.
You made me read mine off.
Okay. All right. At QB, I got Justin Herbert, fucking University of Oregon. That pained me a little bit to pick him, but he is a good fucking quarterback. Dude just hit the league with a storm. I've got Chris Godwin. I've got CeeDee Lamb. At running back, I've got Aaron Jones. I've got Jonathan Taylor. And then I have as my tight end Tyler Higbee. And then as my flex, though, I feel my true wide receiver one is Justin Jefferson. It's just that CeeDee Lamb and Godwin both play on Thursday. That's why they're in that spot, not my flex. On the bench, I've got David Montgomery. I have Jamar Chase. I have Antonio Brown, A.J. Dillon, and Justin Fields, QB for soon-to-be QB for Chicago. And then I picked the Washington football team as the defense, the number one defense from last year, and Ryan Suckup as my kicker. So what do we love? What do we hate about this team? Don't go easy on me. Tell me, you just do it. Do the thing.
All right. I love your quarterback. Justin Herbert is a stud.
Yeah.
He's one of those Andrew Luck players who just comes into the NFL and dominates, right? He throws out of his mind. He's got a strong arm. He's got weapons in LA. I actually get to go see him live for the second time this year. I'm going to go see them play Dallas this year.
Are you really?
And I'm excited to see him. Yeah, I'm going to go see him at SoFi.
That's going to be nuts.
I'm excited for that.
Good on you.
I went to Washington and watched them play the Huskies when he was in college. Dude's amazing. He's a stud.
Yeah.
I think you had an excellent receiver draft because people kept trying to draft your receivers after you had already taken them. So either you took them way above where they should have been taken, or you just kept snatching off people's boards. Yeah. Either way, Godwin and Lamb are not going to disappoint you. The only thing that I don't like, and this is a personal vendetta, I despise Jonathan Taylor. I despise Indianapolis running backs. I feel like they're always supposed to be so good, and they're rated so high. They're just they don't do it for me. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's rated as like the third best back in football on some people's boards. So could be wrong. You might have hit a home run. I don't know. Indianapolis, it just scares me as a team. They're a great team, but like because they don't have superstars, they're a good team.
Who the fuck are they this year? No, I agree. Yeah. No, who the fuck are they?
So
yeah.
That's the only thing that really concerns me about your roster. I think you have massive value on your bench and you have awesome depth. You said you'd rank my bench number one. I mean, I don't see how with your bench, including a quarterback, that could literally pop into the top 5 quarterback this year, the way he's been looking in the preseason. So there's not a lot I don't like besides the personal, Jonathan Taylor issues. I don't like Antonio Brown as a pick, to be honest. but
Yeah.
he's a bench player. I know that was super late in the draft. I think AJ Dillon was an awesome grab. Uh, I think you're going to have some inquiries about Justin Fields in about 6 weeks for sure.
Okay. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Because he's the first motherfucker I'm dropping. I would have dropped for Mike Williams had you not grabbed him. I'm straight up being straight, dude. I would have grabbed Mike Williams just to have that Herbert and Williams. If Williams would get healthy, I didn't think anybody was gonna touch him, and then you fucking grab him. So fuck you, right? But AJ or Antonio Brown is my Chris Godwin insurance, because imagine if Chris Godwin's or Mike Evans goes down, holy fuck, Antonio Brown. If you look at him last year, at the end of the year, because he was a disappointment until then, holy fuck, dude, he's still got it. He's 20, 29. He's not done. He's not done. He's just
He's
fucked up in the
he's
head.
definitely not done. Yeah, he was just
No,
some
he
mental
ain't done.
patient.
I think CeeDee Lamb, that was a super, I did reach on CeeDee Lamb, I feel like, but I believe in him. If I mean, you look at him last year, he had a great year without Dak. You know, man, the guy's just got fucking talent. I love Justin Jefferson. He was a waiver wire pickup last year. I'm ready. If we were playing a dynasty league, I would have been so happy to have him last year. I think he's the future of Minnesota. I think David Montgomery is a top 10 running back just because of opportunity. Tariq Cohen's not going to be a thing anymore. They do have Justin Fields, which I do believe is going to be a better quarterback for them. They finally found their quarterback. To me, stop fucking around with Andy Dalton. Just get in there and start being a team, because you guys are going to be great now all of a sudden. And then I never really take a lot of risks, but I've watched you all do it year after year. And I said, you know what, Ja'Marr Chase, I'm going to do it. I believe in you. I think T. Higgins is great, but A.J. Brown's out of town, or A.J. Green. I think that Ja'Marr Chase could at least give me 1,000 yards this year, and that's awesome. So let's see how that goes. And on the Jonathan Taylor thing, I don't know much about him. I've never had him. I've seen other people have him. I believe Rick had him last year. The dude had 1,000-yard year. He had an 1,100 rushing yards year, and then 300 in the air. So he gave your team 253 fantasy points. Divide that out every week. I don't know. I really went out on a limb and just kind of went off my list there. So we'll see if he hits. And if he doesn't, I really like David Montgomery. Like I said, I would plug David Montgomery in every week if Jonathan doesn't hit.
For sure. And David Montgomery ended last year on such a high. Like he was going toe for toe with that guy from Tennessee. Like
Yeah,
literally.
You're right. He had top 3 weeks.
He was going unbelievable at the end of the last 6 weeks or so. So David Montgomery, and I've actually watched some preseason practice film on him and his interviews and stuff. Like, the dude's hungry.
Yeah.
He was throwing fits about not being in pads, and like he wants to play. So he's gonna be big time this year. If not, flex running back 2 position for you. I could easily see him slipping in there in front of Jonathan Taylor if he's not producing, or that load's being shared, because it ain't getting shared in Chicago.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that defense is legit. So run that ball, dude. Run that ball. I think they're going to be doing that all year. So
and then Ja'Marr Chase pick, dude. Kudos. Like, Ja'Marr Chase, another one of those guys that I've watched grow up in college and produce. That dude's a star. If it doesn't happen this year, he's gonna be going early next year, because that kid has playmaker potential. Being in Cincinnati is the only thing that worries me, but Joe Burrow's got an arm, so we'll see what he's made of.
I mean, it all hinges on that, right? Does he hit? I agree. I think it's gonna be that. And then what is T. Higgins? But Ja'Marr Chase could be the alpha. I mean, super quick. We'll see. I was listening, especially in these preseason games, to see what Ja'Marr Chase does. It hasn't been impressive yet, I'll tell you that. So we'll see. All right. All right, number 3 was me. So number 2, holy fuck, newcomer to the league, Mel. She still hasn't even set her lineup. That's how fucking confident she is. This chick picks DK Metcalf number 1, and she's in 10th. Am I right? Yeah, she was in 10th round, which there's a lot of reaching in the 10th round. I get that. But how did you end up with this team? Me and Justin looked at all of us and we said, pussy's out, Dan. That is the number 2 team I'm worried about based on draft because you did such a good job. That is how you fucking draft in the 10th round. Good job. We got DK Metcalf, Travis Kelce, Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, which fuck you, I wanted him so bad this year. Darrell Henderson, starting running back for the Rams. He just fell into that job and got disrespect on drafts, and you come in and swoop him up. Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham, Kareem Hunt, Logan Thomas, David Johnson, Naeem Hines, and then Matt Ryan, as you pointed out, in the last round of the draft. And then Jason Sanders and San Francisco. What do we love and hate about this team?
What I love is the Najee Harris pick.
God damn.
How our entire league let him slip to the 31st player off the board is
was
unbelievable.
He the 31st player off the board?
The 31st player off the board. He was drafted number 31 in our league, which is about 11 picks later than his ADP.
God,
so that's an entire round later than he's been drafted this year. So that's a steal. Especially it's actually like a birthday gift to you at the 10 spot, right? Because once you make your second pick, you're sitting there thinking, I'm burnt on my next pick, and she falls into Najee Harris. So good for her for getting him. All that falls into place, right? Because she took DK Metcalf in as a 10th pick, which I don't hate. I don't hate.
I don't hate it either. I don't hate it either.
Was it way ahead of, probably where he should have been his second round? But at the 10, you don't get that luxury. You take who you think is going to perform, right?
Yep.
So it's a nice pick. I think she had a great draft. From the 10 spot, I would be super stoked with my team if I was Mel.
Yeah, I think her lowest grade for me was, I feel like the Niner defense isn't a thing this year. And I feel like the bench of Naeem Hines and David Johnson and Odell Beckham. I think those guys are, I love David Johnson. He was my 2018 MVP. I like Logan Thomas, but I think once you got Kelce, no need to reach for Logan Thomas. And Odell Beckham, man, that one season was great, but he is not repeated. And I'm really poking holes in a fucking Titanic ship here, Mel. So don't hear what I'm not saying. You have a great team. I'm just trying to tell you what I don't like, and it ain't much. David Johnson's gonna get usurped real fucking quick. I feel like that's not his job anymore. He's lost it. But Najee Harris, I agree with Justin completely. It is a rare, super rare occurrence where you get a red, white hot rookie on a team that Mike Tomlin is running, and he is a run first motherfucker. He wanted James Conner to be that guy. Ain't that guy? Najee is that guy. Najee is a 3-down back. You scooped up potentially a top 3 running back. Meanwhile, we're all drafting motherfuckers we think might get there. You're grabbing DK Metcalf like a fucking boss and Travis Kelce, and you're like, I'll get the top 3 in the fucking 3rd round. Or 4th. Like, wow. You definitely stunned me. And then I think Lamar has to bounce back. I'm the guy who drafted him last year, I believe 1st or 2nd round. You got a value on him. and he will do well. And let's say he doesn't, Matt fucking Ryan, who I think is going to throw a ton this year. So you really don't have a concern. I love the Kareem Hunt pick. I think that Kareem Hunt has done me well every year because as a backup, he still gets his. Let's take a guess at what he ran last year. Dude got 218 points last year, 198 attempts for a backup to Nick Chubb, who Nick Chubb is not a fool. Like they use him all the time. He still got 841 yards and 300 in the air. He's over 1,000-yard receiver or running back. Basically what, 6th round? I mean, great job. I mean, I'm just super impressed. We didn't know what to think about you, but you definitely impressed. I think Darrell Henderson could be a RB1. And yeah, Amari Cooper, by the way, I'm the CeeDee Lamb guy. I feel like I have to catch up to Amari Cooper. So, I have no problems with this team. The only reason you're number 2 to me is because Jamie just came out like a boss.
Let's talk Jamie up for like 15 solid minutes, right? So, again, going back to Yahoo,
yeah,
I believe Jamie is the worst ranked team draft grade wise on Yahoo.
The total inverse. Yeah.
So the middle is not as adverse, but top to front, top and bottom are completely backwards. But all right, Jamie got the largest value gap. Okay, she took J.K. Dobbins 2.5 rounds after his ADP. I know you're not high on J.K. Dobbins, but to get anyone at that value, that late in the draft, go somewhere. Yeah. And if you go top to bottom on Jamie's team, we got to recap her team. I skipped over that.
Oh, go for it.
Skipped over that. Jamie's whole team. Stand by, scrolling. She got Jalen Hurts as QB.
I don't hate it.
It's actually, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
And there's QBs to be had in this league, right? There are teams with 2 quarterbacks, and one got traded, and you see the value that they're going for. I think I had the top tier of the available quarterbacks, right? Like there's about 6 quarterbacks that are available. I put Ryan Tannehill right in the middle of that pack. So you see kind of the value of what you have to give up. But then she has Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins as receiver.
Fucking
if that's
ridiculous.
Not 1-2, I don't know what is.
Oh man, fucking ridiculous.
Dynamic receiver core. And that's the penalty you pay with not going as a quarterback, going for a quarterback. But then this is where this team gets ridiculous. Okay. We're going to jump over the running back position. She goes Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and then pops 2 top 3 tight ends into the mix, right? She took George Kittle. On Yahoo, they have that listed as a reach. They have George freaking Kittle as a reach. You want to know why she took George Kittle? Because she looked at me somewhere in the 5th or 6th or 7th round, wherever the hell she took him, and said, there's no way he's still available, right?
Oh, all right.
She said, so there's no way.
Justin, she did Adams Hopkins, which is like, all right, 0 RB tactic already. Then she went 3rd round, Waller, totally belongs there, totally. Then Kittle. This is a true 0 RB draft that I have never seen, and I am afraid of it. Like, she fucking did it right. So, yeah, Kittle in the 4th, he should not be there. He should not be there. Go
on. She rounds out J.K. Dobbins and Leonard Fournette as the running backs. Her running backs in her starting lineup are weak, but then she has 3 sitting on her bench. Myles Gaskin could pop off in Miami. Everyone's down on Miami. Miami's going to be a good team this year. They're going to be a really good team this year. Their quarterback is the only hole. It's the only hole on the entire team. Myles Gaskin's very good running back. She has Trey Sermon. Don't know what the hell San Francisco is going to be at the running back game. They like to share the ball. He's going to get touches.
Yep.
Kenyon Drake, if you're right, and Josh Jacobs is at the coming to his time being up. Kenyon Drake, we've seen what he can do in fantasy football the last 2 years. He's dynamic as all hell. Devontae Smith in Philly is her wild card.
Yeah.
That kid is ridiculous. He's small, but he's easily the fastest receiver in football. And if anyone in Philly can throw the ball deep, Devontae's going to get touchdowns, and he's going to put up points.
Who's this competition?
And then
Jalen Reagor?
Yeah.
Like,
no, he's going to be the number one.
Yeah.
He's going to be 5'6", number one receiver in Philadelphia. That's our division, by the way. But and then she got Trey Lance. She got Trey Lance, which the one spot we said she needed, right? Quarterback. Trey Lance could easily be the starting quarterback of the Niners, and I've seen what he can do. Hasn't done it for a while because he didn't play his senior year, but he's got the same exact attributes as Garoppolo. So sliding into that starting role is going to be easy for him, and he's got a bigger arm. So he could easily be the person she's looking for. And if that's the case, we're all screwed, man. Jamie makes good waiver decisions.
Yes.
She does not have a lot of holes to fill, which tells me she's going to fill them relatively easy. I mean, she's the only one on your spreadsheet that didn't have lower than a 3, right? If I'm not mistaken. She's the only one that was a 5-to-1 scorecard. She was 5s, 4s, and 3s. She doesn't have a hole. And Yahoo has her ranked at the bottom for God knows what reason. This is the best team in our league. Whether anyone thinks so or not, she doesn't have the quarterback that's going to drop, 5 touchdowns in a game. She doesn't have the running back that's going to go for 240 yards and snap records. But she's got right under that in both those positions. And she has the 2 best receivers in football. And 2 of the top 3 tight ends.
Oh my God.
She is dangerous. This is the best team in our league.
Don't fucking trade these tight ends, because that's what everybody's going to be going after. Hold on. I'll pause it out. So, all right. So, no, I agree with everything you said. Jamie, my advice, you're going to have a lot of people after Waller or Killer, myself included. Kittle, Waller. Wow. Kittle, Waller, and then Adams, Hopkins. League winner. Right there, dude. Your Dobbins and Fournette just have to show up and put up 10 points every week. They'll do the rest. It's a fucking super cozy, comfy team. And where you can take a risk on Jalen Hurts and Trey Lance. You can take those risks, and one of them's going to hit the lottery for you, maybe. Either way, there's nobody else on the waiver for you to grab except for like Jared Goff, which I wouldn't recommend. But holy fuck! Just gotta
throw in there, Shawn. She's literally lives with the person that has 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in football. Yeah. So, can you imagine this team with Russell Wilson?
Oh fuck!
Can you imagine this team?
What do you got to give up though?
You got to give up. You got to give up.
It's going to be a tight end. Everybody's going to be after a tight end. That's what they're not after a running back. They're going to be after a wide receiver.
Disposable. The tight end is disposable, right? For a quarterback of Russell Wilson's caliber.
You're right, but he's inconsistent. That's why I didn't grab him. I love Russell Wilson, but I would have got fucked last year if I would have had Russell Wilson. That's No Moon. Like That's No Moon was on a fucking he was on his way to the moon. and then Russ stopped cooking. So I do think that will happen this year, or at least it won't be consistent. I think that you've got, if she's doing this thing, if she actually plays it this way, where one of them's in her waiver wire, or sorry, in her flex, she's unstoppable. These are the number one wide receivers on their teams, and she gets Hopkins and Adams. Like fuck, dude. There's 4 number one targets. That is not nobody has that on their team at all.
Yeah, it's not a lot of catches. It's a lot of points.
Yeah. So we could. I said at the beginning, I don't think you win at the draft, but Jamie, you just like last year. What was annoying about Jamie is that you didn't make many trades because you didn't have to, and you knew it, and you fucking sat on that excellent team you had last year, and you were just like, I already know what I got, and you don't get freaked out like I do. I have a good team, I think, but I'm already like, how can I tinker this shit to make it even better?
It's almost like she had a traumatic event that prevented her from trading or something, you know? It was like that drastic.
No, you crushed it, and you're good at fantasy football. I think all of you are. I just think, and I'm super excited about this year. I can't wait to see how it shakes out. I'm in another league with Rick, and so are you, Justin. Now, that dude has won many years, but I don't even compare our league to that league, because I think this is the most competitive league I'm in. And now with Mel coming in, and love you, Taco, but with Mel coming in, this is going to be crazy this year. It's going to be a great fucking year for fantasy football. And I don't even care if I win. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have some good wins. I'm going to have some fucking heartbreakers. I don't think I have to play you twice, Jamie, so I'm thankful for that.
Just remember, Shawn, if you don't win a lot, this can be yours.
All right, so so now we're done with our top 10. Who do you have winning the league this year? Who would you put
just
your money
straight
on?
to champion, huh?
Yep.
Not even facing each other, just straight to champion.
Who's the champ this year?
Beginner's luck, man.
Beginner's luck.
I gotta take the newcomer. Number 2 rated overall from the draft. She obviously knows what she's doing. Her and Jamie both, all they have to do is not screw up. That's it.
Or no injuries.
That's all they need to do. Yeah. That's always a thing. But like they have good teams.
Yeah.
I think our entire, I really believe any team can win. Again, obviously any team can win, but I would be comfortable picking any of the teams, but we're gonna put beginner's luck in play. I think Mel's taking it all. I think she's gonna beat you in the finals. I think Jamie's gonna have a heartbreaking injury, which is the only reason I'm not picking her to win. Jinx.
It's so fucking, man, it's so ride or die, right? I'm gonna say Jamie is number 1 with a bullet, dude. She's coming to win. She was pissed last year. She ain't trading these tight ends. She's gonna keep them because she knows they fuck us. And this is a solid fucking team. And if Jamie doesn't win with Jalen Hurts or Trey Lance, she'll find somebody to win with. I think she's out to get us, and she's going to do it. She's got the team to do it. On paper, this team's going to win, but I just think what happened last year to her is just puts an exclamation point on it. She's not going to be friendly at all, and she's going to kick the fucking shit out of us.
That was 2 years ago. We've had plenty of time to recover from it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. It doesn't need to be a thing.
I wasn't even talking about that. All right. Cool. Well, dude, this has been super fun. Just talking this, who knows if everybody will listen to it or what, but I've had a blast with you, dude.
Yeah, same. I don't care if anyone listens to or watches it either. I'm ready to make another one.
Yeah. So I think the goal here would be to just, hey, let's go week to week, and let's look at what's happening and just talk about our league, because it is, to me, and I think we both talked about this, it's the funnest league we're in. So why not add a little fucking sauce to it and add some commentary and say what we want about you guys and broadcast it.
This is the only one that matters.
There you
Like
go.
I'm in a couple money leagues. This is the only one that matters.
There you go. Let's do it, Justin. Get in there, dude. Get in there and win this year. Get it over with.
I like pink. Why would I give this up?
You
I
can
get
pull
free
it off.
clothes every year. I get my name on a plaque. Why would I give this up? Why?
That's can't argue. Can't argue. Right on, dude.
See you
Okay,
next
we'll
time.
find that
buddy.
trophy so that you can give it to somebody else this year.
I know where it is. It's safe.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
See you, bud.
Stay safe.